Hi, it's John here from GPS Training. Hope you're keeping well. What we're going to do in this short video is just look and discuss the best outdoor GPS unit. It's something we've spent a lot of time doing, lots of videos on YouTube, lots of review videos, looking at the best budget GPS unit, best mid-range GPS unit, best top-end GPS unit and best large screen GPS unit. Which kind of got me thinking a little bit is actually what I think is the best GPS unit might not be for you. It's like saying, what is the best car? What is the best car? Is it a Lamborghini? Is it a Ferrari? Is it a Ford Focus? It's up to you. Your preferences, your budget is what's best for you. So why are we not thinking the same way when we're thinking about an outdoor GPS unit? First of all, we need to think what activities we're using that GPS unit for. Are we using it for walking? Are we using it for cycling? Are we using it as a multi-activity GPS unit? Are we using it when we're on the water? We also need to think if we're using it as a 4-season GPS unit. Are we wanting to use a button GPS unit that we can use with our gloves on? Are we wanting a touchscreen GPS unit that we can use on a nice summer's day? Yes, that would be easy to input information when we've not got gloves on, but a button GPS unit will be better when we've got our big thick gloves on, slightly smaller screen, better battery capacity and this kind of thing when we're out in the hills during the winter months. Other things we may need to consider is, do we want two-way satellite communication? A lot of GPSs come in now with two-way satellite communication. You can send messages via the satellites, but there is an expense for that. Or alternatively, are we just looking for a budget GPS unit to give us a grid reference of exactly where we are on the planet, and we're still going to relate to our Ordnance Survey mapping that we're going to take with us? Do we want Ordnance Survey mapping on our GPS unit, or do we not? Do we want a GPS unit with a HD screen like the SatMap Active 20, or are we wanting a £1,000 Garmin large screen GPS unit? There's so many different things that we need to think of. The other thing that makes me chuckle a little bit, again, we get a lot of interest from people asking after about GPS units, is everybody tells us what their friends want. Their friend they've been walking with is telling them this is the best GPS units for them. Their friend often has got a GPS unit that's 7 or 8 years old. It's like buying an iPhone 4 rather than iPhone 10, isn't it? And again, it's really had a customer this week who said, oh, my friend recommends a GPS Map 62S. Since then, there's been a 64S, a 65S, a 66S, and now a 66SR. So he's 5 generations back, but that's what he wants because that's what his friend told him to get. And sometimes we need to just get the facts of what you want your GPS unit for and give you that personal GPS recommendation. And that's what we do here at GPS Training. Tell us what you want, what your activities you're going to use that GPS unit for, what your budget is, if you want a large screen or a small screen, and a number of other questions, and we can tell you what is the GPS unit that meets that criteria.